Hey, this is Jackie, bro.
Folks, it's Dunlap. Welcome to the end of the middle of July.
Sometimes almost.
Summertime is
gone, yeah.
Blinking, you're going to miss it, folks. If you like to catch fireflies or run around in a bikini top,
All right, don't.
or if you like to climb up a tree and hunt for frogs and run all that bullshit they talk about in country songs. It's like I was out in the road and we had a party. Like you had a party on a dirt road party. You know that famous hit Dirt Road Party?
No.
If you live your life like every day is dirt road party, then you need to get out on that dirt road and have yourself a late summer party because it's almost late summer, not quite.
You talking about going out in the mud and turning the truck around this way, that. Just having fun, right?
I didn't know we were just quoting the lyrics to Dirt Road Party.
I don't
Going
know.
out in the road, turning this way and that, just having fun, Dirt Road Party.
I didn't know that's how it went, but that's what you talk about doing. It's blow off some steam, have a good time, do it safe.
I didn't know you knew all the words.
I don't know any of the words. I don't know what the hell
Blow
you're
off
talking
some
about.
steam, have a good time, do it safe, Dirt Road Party.
I've never heard that.
Florida-Georgia line, you never heard Dirt Road Party.
No.
Well,
Florida-Georgia line, they dress up funny, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It sounds to me like you wrote the damn song. Like you're
I didn't
Niels,
write that song, no.
whatever Taylor Swift's fake name is. Niels Lofgren, I think is her fake name.
What?
That has to be a made-up name, right? Niels Lofgren, Taylor Swift made up a name and wrote a song with her boyfriend who is a DJ.
Oh.
And it's the biggest song in the world.
Well,
and she chose the name, the fake made-up name, Niels Lofgren. And then they wrote a best-selling song.
Dirt Road Party?
Nope.
I don't know what the hell you're talking about then. Have fun. It's summer's almost over. Go out and have a good time. Things about to get, back to normal.
Yep. That's the chorus.
Well, chorus, what?
It's a good song.
I don't know no song by Taylor Swift. I don't know any of that.
No, she did. That's not her song. Her song is also, she's mad right now. She's in a big fight. A lot of Taylor Swift news, Jackie. We could probably just do a Taylor Swift section.
I don't know the first thing about it except she ain't country music. They said she was.
Well, now she's mad. Sounds like you and Kanye West,
Oh.
are on the same side in this fight. Because now Taylor Swift is all mad at Kanye. You know what? It hurts my mouth to say all these words.
Conway, did he say that she didn't write good country music? Because if he said that, then yeah, we're in agreement.
This has not been an argument anyone has used against Taylor Swift since 2007.
I don't know who Conway is. West. Conway is, I don't know.
Kim Kardashian?
That's on the TV. I know the name, but I don't. Nope.
Folks, you're listening to another exciting pop culture minute here with the Red State Update. Jackie Burleson Dunlap, but we are an old man and a young, handsome man. Together we give you the news from Murfreesboro, Tennessee. We're going to give you our perspective on all the latest goings-on in the world of politics and Taylor Swift.
I'm going to say right now, just depressed, and everybody else should be ashamed of yourselves. They made it official. But Donald Trump is now, like every T crossed, I dotted there. All that's done. He's the official.
We don't know that, Jackie. It's
what?
They took the roll call, but for all we know, we come in here, judging by what happened yesterday, we're recording this on Tuesday, July 19th, about 7:30 Tennessee time. When we come in here, Alaska was saying, no, you didn't do our votes right. For all we know, since we have been sitting in here, Colorado could have set fire to the drapes and the whole convention center's going up.
No, that ain't happening. None of that's happening. Nobody needs to try to mess up the convention. It's doing that work on its own. It doesn't need any help from anybody else.
Are you saying that this is the first chance we've had to talk about the Republican convention.
Yeah.
Sometimes we do little videos, and sometimes we do little podcasts. And so this is Tuesday. I'll just keep saying the date, July 19th, 2016, 7:30 p.m. Tennessee time. And this is the first chance we've had to talk about everything that's happened at the Republican convention this year. Are you a little jealous, though, Jackie? Are you not the slightest bit jealous that we ain't there with everybody?
I won't be anywhere near that place. No, sir. No, I don't want to have anything to do with it. I can't support or be around what the Republican Party has done with this Donald Trump. And I'm, good for Alaska, whoever else standing up. Somebody said they ain't gonna do no good, but go ahead and say whatever you want to say. Then now's the time to do it, I guess. Let them do it.
Now, I mean, you don't like Donald Trump. What reasons? Just for the new listener.
Well, I did the plenty of reasons. First off, now he crazy as hell.
He is a crazy person.
He is just, everybody's, he's like this. You know how he is. He's just a little vain. He's fun. He gets in, likes to have good. No, he's crazy as hell. He says something different every damn day, and everybody still wants it.
Gets offended easily. You walk on eggshells around him. Sitting there, did you watch that interview with him and Mike Pence, the VP?
Good God.
That was the most awkward thing. That was like talking to a crazy person.
That's what anybody around him has to. Your wife, people say, well, she don't speak English that good. I hope she don't hear English that good, because being around that man, bless her heart.
Well, she stole that speech, apparently.
That's what he
According
said.
to the internet, she stole her speech every convention. The spouse of the nominee speaks. This time it was whatever her name, Trump is. And they say she stole her speech from Michelle Obama.
How does that happen? She didn't write that. First off, she didn't write that
She said she did. You calling Ms. Trump a liar?
I don't know. Maybe she don't know either. But I would assume Obama don't even write his speeches. Somebody writes those speeches
they have
for people.
speechwriters.
That's
so
right.
Some speechwriter wrote this speech.
Or if she did write it, let's just pretend for a minute and say she wrote that herself. Somebody sure as hell's going to look at it before she gets up there and says it in front of half the world, aren't they? And then somebody's job, what they call that, a speech writer and a speech reader. So I'd say whoever her speech reader is should have said, wait a minute, you may need to go back and do this part over again, because this is what Michelle Obama says. And nobody did that. So something ain't right. I don't know what it is. Something ain't right. And if you're going to plagiarize or take something from something, why would you take it from Michelle Obama? What the hell is wrong with you? Nancy Reagan had made a lot of good speeches, good conservative speeches, good wife, conservative, at least play the part, try to do it. And that's so long ago, people probably wouldn't even remember it.
Do people really remember the Michelle Obama speech?
No, hell no.
I mean, you can have a speech writer and you can have a speech reader, but is there supposed to be a speech rememberer? I mean, who the fuck knows what Michelle Obama said?
Watch your mouth. Somebody does some kind of work like this. Otherwise, everybody just be saying what the other person said all the time. It'd be happening all the time.
Somebody on Wikipedia said, do me up a draft of all the best parts of all the First Lady speeches.
Yeah.
And they just kind of threw some horse shit together, and they left in too much of the Michelle Obama. And they're like, hey, listen, I know I'm supposed to go pick up Mr. Trump's dry cleaning. Don't let me forget, when I come back, I got to change some more of them Michelle Obama words.
Yeah. Didn't change them enough.
Look, I forgot to get, God damn it, what's the
Watch your mouth.
Larry, what's the matter with Mr. Trump? Jill, I went to the damn Arby's for him, and I didn't get enough horsey sauce. Well, he is on the warpath. Well, I got to go get more horsey sauce, I guess, but I'm trying to write this speech for his goddamn wife. Well, when you need some help, like, no, just remind me when I get back to change the Michelle Obama words. They don't have a staff. They don't have a staff in the traditional sense of people whose job it is to help out and make the campaign better. It seems to me what they have is a lot of backstabbing little weasels who like to leak things. And as bad as Trump is on his own, if he had a campaign like people running for president do, they might be able to corral him in. They got this old dude. He's probably crazy too. He's trying his best, I guess. I don't know. Some old weasel. They got all these little weasels, young weasels running around. It's a weasel farm over there.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to help Trump out, but he needs to get rid of some of them weasels and get like regular people in there.
He ain't nobody regular gonna work with him. I thought Mike Pence was regular, but I guess I'm wrong.
Everybody's using him. So Trump is a crazy person. He's like a crazy person. Like, isn't there some old fable about the crazy person who shit out gold eggs?
What?
Like, Donald Trump is a crazy person who shits out gold eggs.
Right.
And everybody in the village said, get that crazy person, be nice to him, and he's going to shit out gold egg. And I think another part of it was that he would blow the world up, but people were nice to him to get the gold eggs in the short term, and then they forgot about the part where he was going to blow up the world and also send all the Mexicans home. I'm not sure if this is a fable or if it's an Aesop's fable. I get them mixed up.
I ain't heard that one. I know, well, fox, something swims on a fox or something, they eat grapes. That's the only one I know. I don't know all those old stories.
This one's a crazy person shits out gold eggs and he ruins the world. But people are so short-sighted, they just take all them eggs out of Donald Trump's butt. So Mike Pence is just taking all them eggs.
What does he have short term? Tell me that they're trying to eat.
The eggs.
What? No, in real life, I don't care about your little story. What all it's going to be, you work for Donald Trump and you lost that election, you know.
Not Mike Pence. Mike Pence comes out of it. They'll be like, why did you run? He can do it any way he wants to. Why did you run with Donald Trump?
Yeah.
They're like, well, I thought he was crazy if things go bad. And the consensus in 4 years is, damn, we nearly elected that crazy racist.
Yeah.
Mike Pence will go like, well, I was trying to, like, there was nobody who was going to grab hold and grab hold of the reins.
You can't.
And steer that horse into a safe port.
You saw him on 60 Minutes. What's he going to grab a hold of? That proof right there. If you thought you was going to do that, why'd you stay in? One time they see the two of you together, and you ain't going to do nothing.
He took a chance. I said, I tried to grab the reins. I thought this was a good chance for me to make pizza straights only nationwide. And what happened was that crazy horse got away from me.
Well, no.
Like, I've heard, look, I don't want to give Obama too much credit, but like,
better not.
Like, crazy people don't inspire. Like, okay, I don't want to sound like Marco Rubio, but Obama's not crazy. He's crafty like a fox.
Smart.
So he inspires all them liberals and them slimy, like the John Favreau's, the speech writers that write speeches for all these people come to work on the Obama campaign because they were inspired. They wanted to make a difference. I'll even go so far to say that on the goddamn Marco Rubio campaign, or maybe I'll even say on a Jeb Bush campaign that there were motherfuckers that were inspired by Jeb fucking Bush.
Oh, good
They
Lord.
said, well, I think Jeb Bush is going to make this country better. We can't have Hillary Clinton in here. But is anybody inspired by Donald Trump?
If they are, they're probably inspired by the things maybe you shouldn't be inspired about. For the racist stuff he says.
I just can't imagine there's any young people that are inspired by it. I can see old people who are scared of brown skin. And I don't mean your George Hamiltons or the lady at the tanning salon. I can see them being inspired, but they're not going to write a good speech. They might be, maybe he has like a 56-year-old speechwriter who thinks you can just look shit up on Wikipedia and just copy and paste. Do they even have tech support on the Trump campaign?
How the hell if I know they need
what's
something?
That boy in tech support's name? Can he come over here and show me how to cut and paste?
It's not a good example right now. Republican not making a good example of what they should be. I'm a Republican boy raised Republican strong values, and right now the values in the Republican Party ain't looking too good. And it hurts me to say that. Hurts my soul to say it, but that's what's happening right now.
Maybe I'm wrong. Everybody's inspired by Trump. Everybody likes him inspired by Trump. I just don't understand it. I don't understand that inspiration. People get inspired by lots of different things. Remember that movie? What was the movie about the guy who plays the piano? Shine? Was that it?
Shine.
He gets inspired by things. I don't understand how that works. Maybe we're going to have a bunch of brilliant, beautiful concertos after 3 years of Trump. We won't make it to 4. That's why I said 3. Won't make it to 4. He's crazy. How's he gonna? He can't even. He's gonna talk to Putin. Putin's not gonna sit still. Like what?
Putin's crazy. They probably get along. You had two of them crazy
No,
people.
crazy people do not get along.
That's
Cuckoo's
true.
nest. They get mad.
That's true. Yeah.
They get mad. I mean, for a little while they can get along. He got them to get along for a second, didn't he? He out crazied them. Maybe that's Trump. Maybe Trump is McMurphy in damn Cuckoo's Nest. He's out crazying everybody. He think that's exactly it. Everybody in America. See, here it is. Everybody in America was done crazy. We've gone crazy. We've driven ourselves crazy. Obama. The whole country's crazy. The world is falling apart. Trump just said, you know what? I'm going to give these motherfuckers an imaginary baseball game.
All right, watch it.
Wait, what happens after that imaginary baseball? Don't they all get in trouble and get like lobotomies?
They all get locked up or something. I don't know.
That's where we're headed.
I think somebody already had the lobotomy beforehand, because why else? Why am I turning on the TV looking at the paper or even, God forbid, the computer and saying what I'm saying? I don't understand.
We need somebody to throw a sink through the window.
Huh? That's an Indian. Indian did that, big Indian.
Well, you can't.
What?
I don't know if you
That's
can
what
say
they
that.
call it, Chief, in the movie. That's his name in the movie.
Well, you sound like Donald Trump right now talking about Elizabeth Warren. Maybe we need Elizabeth Warren to throw a sink through something.
Oh, hell no.
She can't lift that.
No way.
Is that sexist? I'm trying to figure it out. We've spent a year trying to figure this shit out, and guess what? It ain't. We're standing. The truck is rolling down the hill. The brake is off. It's full of TNT, like Sorcerer, and it's just rolling down the hill. And we're all standing around like, "Oh, I don't understand it. Maybe everybody's racist." No, they're just mad about jobs. And the truck is not going to hit the tree. It's going to hit the tree, and we're still trying to figure out what's the matter with everybody. It doesn't matter. We're going to blow up. We got to run. You figure it out after you're someplace safe. Safe space. Maybe we'll figure it out on this podcast.
No. I ain't going to figure out nothing.
I ain't mad at Trump wife. I mean, she just doesn't know.
It ain't her fault. She did, God bless her. She's married to him. I ought to feel bad. I'm not gonna never pick on wives or children to begin
Leave
with.
them out
This
of
ain't that poor woman's fault.
She did marry Donald Trump.
And
She did make that decision, right?
She said I do. I guess so. Yeah, man.
I mean, we don't think that he has anything on her or her family. He didn't hold. There's nothing. She doesn't need to be rescued.
No.
She made this decision.
Yeah. And she said if she said she wrote it, I don't mean to call her a lie, but, here, say this when you get up there. Probably had to rehearse it a little bit. You got up there and said it, and then everybody's picking on this poor woman because the reader or writer or whatever, Trump.
Remember.
Yeah, remember, didn't do the job.
I just think that I feel bad. There's no way that you don't feel bad for her because she's catching it. Like, he comes home, let's say after like the Megyn Kelly debate. Like, she's on the plane waiting. He gets on the plane. What do you think it's like to be with him? Terrible. I don't mean be with him in that way.
I just don't any which
I just
way.
mean regular. Bad enough. And then she's getting it from whoever. Like, nobody's in charge of this shit show. Paul Manafort's coming over trying to tell. Paul Manafort is talking to Trump wife saying, like, say it like this. Terrible. All the little weasels run around nipping at her beautiful ankles. Like, say it like this. Say it like this. Hey, remember that part I stole from Michelle Obama? Really give it some oomph. And then Donald Trump's like, I'm not going to say that you don't need to do a good job, but
Man.
you better do a good job.
Yeah, bless your heart.
I mean, she's in shape and he's real fat. So I'm not too worried about.
What's that got to do with it?
Just like if he's not going to get up and chase her.
No.
So I'm not super worried
He'd
about.
hire somebody to chase her, though.
Yeah, he's got thugs,
he
man.
got people to go over and do
Maybe
whatever.
this is like an intervention kind of thing.
I
Maybe
don't
we
know.
need to do.
She seemed like she's happy.
I'm taking agency away from her. She's made her choices, which means she has aligned herself with Donald Trump.
She got, he got money evidently, so she
We don't know how much.
I'm not saying she married him for that, but I don't know any other reason she did. I can't get inside that woman's mind. All I know is somebody made her say what Michelle Obama said, 8 years ago. That's all I know. That's the only thing I know about it. She's married to Donald Trump. I ain't gonna make any more assumptions on that. Bless her heart.
So why did Scott Baio get up there and talk in?
Well, because Trump invited him. I saw that.
It is true. When was the last time he was on TV?
I don't know. Is he on TV? He could be on TV right now. I wouldn't know it. I heard he was talking. I couldn't. You told me he's Happy Days. I didn't know he was Fonzie's son. You told me that. I remembered him then.
Arrested Development and the Republican National Convention. I may be missing something. He's probably on a Christian show right now.
I remember when he was young, he still got almost baby face. He was Fonzie's little boy on Happy Days for years. That show, I ain't seen it in a long time. I'm sure it's on reruns.
I don't think he was Fonzie's real boy.
No, he was his boy. Fonzie played around at the women. They were trying to teach you a lesson.
Don't have a kid?
Because now he got to raise his boy, to be not
so
smoke cigarettes
funny.
or whatever else he did.
I think the point of that show was be like Fonzie, not don't be like Fonzie.
Well, I mean, they all seem happy. Nobody really, I think there's other stuff Fonzie'd rather be doing than raising, a teenager at that time. That's what I think. But, what am I?
It's so weird. I must have mixed it up with Austin Powers because the whole time I thought he was like a Fonzie mini-me. But when you say it like that, I remember.
Powers.
It's so weird how little things get twisted up in your memory.
I can't remember him. But anyway, I brought it all back to remember him, Trump letting him talk, I guess,
That's not one. We should be maybe watching the convention instead of doing this podcast because last night was you had the mean general,
yeah.
You had the mean police chief,
yeah.
You had the Benghazi mom.
Yeah.
A lot of emotional things. A lot of emotions.
Well, it's about keeping
mostly anger.
Well, it's about keeping America safe. Now, that's something you should be talking about. I don't know if all these people were the experts, mainly talk about Fonzie's boy. I don't know how he's an expert on that particular issue. Now, Benghazi mom could say things aren't safe because, bless her heart, her son got killed and Hillary killed him. She could get up there and say that. That's something about being safe. At least, give her that. Police up there talk about being safe. Things ain't safe for police or people right now. That makes sense. I don't know where Fonzie's boy sits in that. I don't know what he has to say on that issue that they can't cover already. And he got that. Then, Trump's wife comes out and says what Michelle Obama said in 2008.
Which, if you think about it, the content of the speech isn't that bad. So, like anything, it seems like anything good that Obama did or anything unobjectionable, why waste good content? So to them, I'm sure they're like, we'll get Trump in here and we'll just use a bunch, because everybody says Obama's a good speech maker. Even if he uses teleprompter, people like him as a speech maker. Except for the lecture. They don't like the lecture when he gets up there and lectures.
He says he thinks he knows better than you, tells Christians how they ought to behave, everything else. That I don't like.
But just use all the good stuff. Just have Trump say it. Just put it up on the prompter. Let him go. Why waste it? You just need somebody to go in, take the good. And they got somebody, apparently, just take the bits and pieces that work. Because he ain't going to have time. He's going to have a lot. He's going to be learning on the fly. He ain't going to have time to sit and go over. I hear Obama, they send him a speech. He's up till 2 or 3 in the morning rewriting it, adding things, making it more personal. What a waste of time.
Yeah.
Take those speeches. They've already been a professional speechwriter, then Obama, then have this speech rememberer go through it and add, do whatever.
Just change
Give it to
enough.
Trump.
Yeah.
Trump won't even look at it anyway. He's going to say whatever. He's going to go off on this hotel, how good it's going. He's going to talk about this and that and what he had for lunch.
Old Rudy Giuliani.
Giuliani.
He talked about America not being safe.
Here you go. You got generals.
Yeah.
Sheriffs. Mayors. Chachis. and grieving mothers.
Yeah.
And then come out in that space light wrestling entrance. Here comes Donald Trump. Amazing. Here he comes. Just real dramatic. He comes out and says, okay, is my wife. We're going to win so good. They play Queen. They did not have Queen. Brian May says you should not play Queen. You remember Queen, Freddie Mercury, Jackie? No. Freddie Mercury is I'd say pretty gay person. And
Was it the music? Is that the
music?
Yeah. Gay music. All right.
So they're using, I don't know if you go out of your way, like if they had a platform that was like, yeah, gay stuff, yeah, we'll figure that out. That's kind of what Trump says. If they had then maybe they could get away with playing Queen. Man. I think if you go out of your way to be as, like, pretty much as anti-gay as you can be and still have, like Coke not coming in to take the Coke machines away, then you probably shouldn't play Queen. You should probably stick to a Dirt Road Party. Just put that on a loop.
They was all screaming and hollering when it come out. They was playing that music. That's what you say.
Yeah, that's We Are the Champions.
Well, if the music is gay or whatever you say it, I don't know it. Mm-hmm. Why is everybody singing along with it? If they don't like gay people, it seems like you shouldn't play that song. But everybody out there loved it.
Or that's called what we'd call, I think, appropriation. I'm not sure if that's textbook appropriation.
I like people, gay people. I mean, I know.
What's your favorite?
I like Elton John plays piano real good. I know he's gay. That ain't gonna make me not listen to his music just because somebody.
What's your favorite Elton John song?
Oh hell, I don't know. Alligator song. Crocodile song, whatever that is. I like that.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Is there a bad song about a crocodile? Crocodile Rock?
That's it, yeah. That's a good one, yeah.
Are there any others?
In a crocodile song?
See You Later, Alligator.
That's two different animals, crocodile, alligator. Two
After
different
a while,
things.
crocodile.
Yeah. Oh, it does. Oh, yeah, it does say it. All right, yeah.
So that's two songs.
Yeah.
Are there others?
I don't know offhand how many alligator songs there are hunting.
What's that one? Granny Gator got your grannies. Poke Salad Annie. Gator got your granny.
It ain't about that. Just a gator in the song. It ain't the whole song. Ain't just about alligators. I think song has to be, there got to be some cartoon alligator had a theme song or something. There got to be. I don't know what it'd be. I don't watch that stuff.
Wally Gator, but I don't know if he had a song.
Yeah.
You know what's a good song? It doesn't have anything to do with this, but I was thinking about it earlier. It's Cheeseburger in Paradise.
That's old Buffett,
Jimmy
right?
Buffett.
Jimmy Buffett, yeah.
Now he's probably down there in them Florida swamps. He's probably come across a crocodile or alligator or two.
Well, he should have sung a song about it, because I'd listen to that if he's got one.
Probably does.
It'd be about
I don't know
alligator drunk is what it'd be, but that's,
drunk
Drunk.
alligator.
Yeah, I'm sure he got a song somewhere. Crocodile, alligator, drunk, having a good time. That's what it does. He does that good. That's what it does.
That's a good song, though. A drunk alligator and a drunk crocodile. Like, normally they'd be enemies, but maybe they got so drunk they're friends.
Well, sometimes when you drink too much, you get to fighting, too. So I don't know. Could be one. You go either way.
Will they fight? Will they fight or will they be friends? The alligator and the crocodile got drunk.
Again.
Yeah. Will they fight or will they be friends?
Alligator and crocodile got drunk again. Yeah. It writes yourself, as you say.
Sure does. Yeah. I don't know why they're wasting time playing Queen when they could just get the speech remembered or make up a little song about a crocodile and an alligator.
Yeah. People enjoy that. That's good. No matter what party you're in, Republican, Democrat, I think everybody enjoys a good alligator crocodile song. That's neutral as far as I'm concerned.
Well, they hold hands or bite each other's tails. Alligator and the crocodile
don't get along so well. When they're drinking. Oh, in the side, I don't know.
Yeah, I've already lost the thread.
Well, we all know how things are going in Cleveland. Let's talk about a little bit how things are going here in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. I got a sponsor I want to talk about this. Now, last week I had a good sponsor, and I got him back again. Now, and I didn't do it justice. I take responsibility for this. This is my fault. I couldn't get people excited about this. Now, you may remember last week, it's a fraternity of the frequent barker. Now, the frequent barker used to be on, it was some food in the can, it was some kitchen utensil, something like that. So, advertising like, Captain Crunch or something did for cereal. The frequent barker was on these things. And it's a cute little thing, funny little man in a dog suit. You always looking up barking, he telling you the deal or what this product, how delicious it is or how good it cleans stuff. One of those two things. And it had a little round, what do you call it, monocle on his eye, and it had a cigarette holder, and always frequent barker was named this character. And if you from my day and age, you young man, you remember this sort of thing. I mean, now, I remember it wasn't like I ran out and got me a doll or a toy or a poster or something. I never did that. I don't know if he had a funny book. I think he was in a cartoon at one time or another, but I remember it at least. But these fellas in the fraternity of the frequent barker, they love the frequent barker all pretty much his whole career or long as he was around or whatever you want to call it. They collect things. They sit around and talk with the frequent barker. Remember he looked like this in 1950 or whatever. He started in 1940 or whatever. Remember this when it was like, when was 60s, 70s, something like he started talking.
They didn't like that. They
did
don't
not
like
it. No, he never did talk before. He just barked, which is what you should do. He ain't called a frequent talker. He's called a frequent barker.
Well, he might occasionally talk. He barks frequently, but he could speak occasionally.
Well, they didn't like it.
Not according to the...
Well, they didn't like it when he was doing... You know how they change things like Coke, New Coke, Pepsi, Cherry Pepsi. They like to change frequent barker. But these fellas, anything you want to know about it, they can tell you. I can't. Like I said, I didn't do it justice. They're looking for new members. They just lost somebody. And I know these fellas, they're good for it. I know two of them. I didn't know one passed away. I don't know the other fella. But, if they're friends with them, probably good gentlemen. And they get together and they like to look at this stuff. And they're worried about passing this on. They're up in there in age. They're going to be like the friend at some point. And who's going to be around? Talk about the frequent barker and look at all... What?
Nobody's going to be around to do that.
They have children. They tried to get the children involved. Of course, they're grown adults now, and they don't, just for whatever reasons, weren't interested, didn't have time. So they're looking for new members, and I brought it up last week as a sponsor, gave me $25. I said, well, sure enough, somebody, and even if you don't care about it, just go away and spend some time with people from another generation, Now, I know one of these gentlemen served in the military. He may have stories telling that. He probably won't.
With the War of 1812?
No, just it's history. History is lined in these men's wrinkled faces. They
gross.
Well, they just been around for a while. You learn a little wisdom for people up in age, I think. And people go
normally you would. Not from the fraternity of the frequent barkers.
There's a lot of stuff you could learn about advertisement and things like that. There's history.
I watched I couldn't even get through Mad Men. You want me to watch? Go and talk to?
Just let him. I didn't do it justice. He sure as hell ain't doing it justice. Let me tell you, these fellas, they have enthusiasm and they're inspired when they talk about this stuff. Nobody came by. Nobody wanted to join.
Nope.
So what they've done, and this is something else now. They've made. It's the Frequent Barker Memorabilia Museum. And I went down there. I won't give him my sport. Took Dunlap down there with me. You don't have to complain. He went down there and looked. They had these placemats with Frequent Barker on it. Old placemats. That's history right there. It's antique things.
It's garbage. It's garbage.
I mean, it's not
trash.
garbage. It is not to these men.
It's trash you put on a table. Listen, a museum that's real is bad enough. This was much worse.
Well, it's his garage. I know that it ain't a built museum yet, but maybe if they can get some interest in these things, he got boxes and boxes full of Frequent Barker logos or cartoons, whatever it is, little figurines.
It's like hoarders, but like a little better organized, with a lamp on a couple of areas of garbage.
If you want to learn about history, if you want to learn this stuff, go down there. You won't believe what you see. This is what people like back in the day, and go back and see some of this and say, "Oh, I'm thankful I got my my little phone goes in my pocket. I can get on computer with. Back then, all they had was this little frequent barker. You know, a little man. You pull a string, your arms go up. That's what they
all
played.
it does.
Well, that back then that was something else. That was like, look at this. You took that to school and showed it off to everybody. I don't know if I'd take the frequent barker. If I had a doll, I'd be Superman, Batman, something like that. But some people like, people like what they like. And this is history. It's just all the different incarnations, the different ways he looked at different times. Like I said, when he talked, didn't like it. People go down, Candy Striper go down to old folks' home all the time. Sit there and listen to somebody just plead with them to get them out of there all day as if that's fun. These men ain't going to do that. What these men are going to do, and you're doing still a good service to the elderly, you go over there, talk to them, sit down, they're going to take the magazines out, they're going to take, like I said, they had placemats, it wasn't a lunchbox, it was, I don't know what, it looked like a lunchbox, and I said, that's lunch. They said, that ain't no lunchbox, it's a tool or something or whatever. I don't know what it was, but it had frequent barker on it. And everything, I mean, they had little old erasers, frequent barker erasers. You saw all this stuff, and it's not dusty and old. They cleaned it up before they took it out, so, it doesn't look.
Everything in there was dusty and old.
No, it wasn't.
There were degrees. They were dusty and old.
Some of that stuff's behind glass. They don't want you touching that. That's the thing. You embarrassed me trying to get in there, and that stuff's so old you ain't supposed to touch it.
I was going to sell it so they could have a nice place to die in.
If nobody go over there and talk to them about it, what makes you think somebody going to buy any of that?
I was like, look, it's probably somebody in another country. Look, I told them. Nobody in America is going to like this. This is bullshit.
It was made in America. What are you talking about?
I might be able to find somebody like in India who thinks it's cool. Just let me take it all and see what I can get for it. And then y'all can buy like some shirts that ain't got Shoney's dribbled all over it.
No, don't.
Or I don't know what they do in there.
It ain't about money to everybody. They just are in it for the joy of the frequent barker and the smiles the frequent barker put on their faces as young men, and could put smiles on faces of young children today. If people would take the time and get off your fancy phone, put it in your pocket for a little bit, and then go over there and sit with these gentlemen, and you're going to learn everything there is to know about the frequent barker. Every single thing. Everything.
They couldn't tell me why he's a man in a dog suit.
Well, that's just what it is. Everybody, we've all
That's number one question they couldn't tell me. Why is it a man in a dog suit?
Well, because you had other characters, different, what do you call mascots for things? Everybody's seen the dog. Everybody's seen dog. The one that leans over, listens to a record player. We've seen dogs smoke cigarettes. We've seen dogs drink beer, Spud McKenzie. We've seen that already. I ain't ever seen a man in a dog suit acting like a dog.
Squatting on a bunch of cans.
He's squatting on the front. He's down like this, like a barking up in there, like, look at this deal. Is what, he doesn't say it. He doesn't talk. He didn't talk. He just bark explanation points. But there was a frequent barker. Every time you heard frequent barker, you knew there was a deal or a savings or something, and you went running in that direction. Yeah.
I think something's wrong. I think that their children don't talk to them anymore, they told me.
Well, your children grow up, move away.
And you made it seem like there were others besides the two but as far as I could tell, there's only those two.
Well, they were there running the museum that day. There's 3 or 4 other fellas, and like I said, I can't speak on. I don't know where they were. I don't know anything about them.
I asked them. I said, "Where's all the other ones?" And they said, I said, "Other ones." So Jackie says, "There's a bunch of y'all," and they're like, "Oh, they're around."
Well,
like I don't know.
They're up there in A2. Maybe they didn't hear you right. That could have been it. You don't know.
And I think they sleep in there. Are you sure they have places to live?
That's his garage. He lives there, and his wife's still, she's still around. I don't think.
Where was she?
In the house. She don't like it. She hates that stuff. It embarrasses her.
What about
I don't
the
mean
other
to get
one?
personal about this. I don't talk about.
Does he stay in the garage and they just come out there and do their little?
He might. That's valuable stuff. He may hide. I think he was saying, "Well, we got the museum set up. Will you stay in here and keep an eye on
It
things.
sounds like the
Sure.
frequent barker has driven a wedge between these two men and their families.
Well,
whatever remains
you
of
know
them.
how it is. Your wife don't like sports, and you gonna quit watching sports? No, you gonna keep watching it. You know, she's always in there watching the game.
Frequent barker, just like sports.
His wife, that's what she said. You know, what is he watching now? He's out in the garage. Look at that frequent barker. What you know? That's all marriage. That ain't just this. That's
Real old. It's old people with old garbage.
Well, I don't. It ain't garbage to them. You know, one man's garbage, another man's treasure. These are all treasures to their hearts. They love.
I was like, "What is this? A bamboo glider? Can I throw this?" And oh, don't! But they're so old they couldn't get their arms up in time to stop me. So I threw that shit and it flew pretty good.
Throw. It's a museum. You wouldn't go into a museum and just start grabbing stuff, throw it. They put you in jail. You treat them with the same
I do what
respect.
I want to. Art is to be enjoyed, not to be stuck behind glass.
Whatever. All right. If you want to make a couple of old gentlemen happy, make them feel good, and if you're interested in advertisement and what it used to be like back in the day, what they had. You gonna love the fraternity of the frequent barker.
Jackie's wrong. Go down to the nursing home and mop up some piss because they would rather you.
Watch your mouth.
That would do.
Watch your mouth.
You'll feel better and you'll make other people. This is just enabling. Fantasies of a deranged minds.
I'm doing a sponsor. Shut your mouth. If you go down there and it's a donation, so it don't cost to go in the museum, memorabilia museum. But if you go through and you show enough interest, they're gonna give you get all your dues cut in half that you're supposed to.
What? They want people to pay them money.
Well, you gotta pay dues to fraternity.
How much?
Everybody. I don't know how much it is. I ain't a member. But they say there's 50%.
Smartest thing you ever did. If you give those two, what are they gonna do? If you give them $5, they're gonna waste it on some paper doll from 1912, which is already probably nostalgia because I think this thing started in the Civil War.
All right, you get 50%.
We're probably on like sixth wave nostalgia here.
Just watch your mouth. This, you get your dues cut in half. If you come down and go to a museum and you're interested, this goes on for the rest of the week. It's Tuesday now, so get down there anytime this week. I think he's in there usually, if it's midday, he may be asleep. But just if you bang on outside of that garage, he'll get up.
It'll scare him.
Well, it won't scare me. Somebody's here for a museum. That's just how it works. But anyway, go in there. They're going to show you some just priceless, what do you call them? Trinkets, I don't know, all sorts of things. Like I said, I saw some placemats down there, and they got little figurines, and a little wooden man pull string. His frequent barker, his arms go up.
One arm.
Well,
is that broken or the way it was?
I don't know. I didn't have that.
It looked like a Hitler salute, if you want me to be honest.
Hitler, don't say that. No, frequent barker was not. No.
Because you're doing like frequent barker is like that, but his hand was like that.
Well, that's how toys were made back then. It wasn't because of Hitler. Don't say that.
Well, whose side was the frequent barker company
What do you mean whose side he was on?
Whose side were they on in the
American.
war?
He ain't, what do you mean on what side? He ain't on no
how
side.
Who else was against Jews?
Henry Ford? Cartoons, they all hated.
Henry Ford.
No, all those cartoons hated Hitler as much as anybody else did. Donald Duck, Mickey Mouse, all of them fought Nazis at some point in those old cartoons.
I guarantee you in damn Termite Terrace there were people sitting around smoking cigarettes going, well, whose side is Donald going to be on? Like, folks, gentlemen, we got to make a decision. We got to make it right now. Is Donald Duck going to be on the side of the Allies?
No.
Well, there weren't allies yet. Well, I just think that in the early days when people were like, remember when we thought Donald Trump was funny?
Oh, yeah.
I'm just saying there could have been a time when people they hadn't got their minds around it yet.
Yeah.
And maybe the frequent barker was like, oh, Hitler's harmless. They're like, they're coming out with these German whatever.
Frequent barker did not like Hitler. The two do not go together.
I'm just saying maybe
they're right. Ain't no maybe that it was frequent barker was a Nazi. There's no maybe to that. No.
You know what's topical right now? Like 35. You know what's topical right now is that Hitler. Why don't we have the frequent barker and Hitler like?
No.
I'm not
No,
saying.
you're saying that the Nazis or something. These men are the furthest thing from Nazis that there
I'm
is.
saying maybe they didn't know at the time.
Oh, hell. As far as I know, Frequent Barker stayed out of politics outside of looking like FDR a little bit. That's the only thing.
Oh, is that on purpose, you think?
I don't know. It's around the same time, so I don't know. I never thought about it till you brought it up last week, but he got it.
Because they some old, like, if you go back and look at, like, Blondie Dagwood looks a little bit like FDR, so everybody kind of looks like
that's
FDR.
what was popular at the time.
And I think Dagwood and Hitler, didn't they double date?
No.
Like Blondie.
No, Blondie Dag ain't no cartoons that I know of.
Before it was
anything to do
Blondie,
with
back
Hitler.
when they was just dating, you know the history of the comic strips. Before Blondie and Dagwood got married and lived in 1950s America forever, they were like dating, and it was the 20s, and everybody was a flapper. Every comic strip started out, and somebody was a flapper, and then somebody got married, and it got boring for 60 years.
All right.
That's the history of comic strips in America. Well, I think in Blondie, at some point, Dagwood, I think.
No.
I'm not even going to say it was that innocent. I think he may have flirted with the philosophy a little bit.
No. Blondie Dagwood, nothing. He made sandwiches. He didn't have nothing to do with Hitler or Nazis or anything. Don't say that.
I can't remember.
Talking just
you may be right. I need to check
full
that
of
book
bull.
out of the library again.
Well, if you want to learn if Frequent Barker, I'm 99% sure Frequent Barker didn't have anything to do with Nazi Germany. I'm pretty sure of that back then and today. But if you really want to know that, if there's something, piques your interest or whatever, these gentlemen here at the Frequent Barker Memorial Museum, they're going to know. They would know that. They'd be able to answer that in a heartbeat.
Well,
I never thought to ask them. Why? Because why would you ask them something like that? That's just silly.
You don't think they're Nazis on the run, do you?
What are
they're
you
old as
talking
hell.
about? No.
What a perfect cover. Like,
he
let's
grew
hide.
up in Laverne. He been in Tennessee his whole...
Yeah, that's what all the Nazis say.
No, it got nothing to do with Nazis. None of except some of it happened at the same time. Other than that, no, nothing to do with Nazis.
Well, as a young person, as far as I'm concerned, anybody who was alive during World War II still has to prove to me what side they were on.
Oh, hell.
You're
just
not
full
getting
of
a
it.
pass just because you're doddering and fragile. You
frequent-
tell me whose side you were on, and you prove it with documentation. Otherwise, I think you're a Nazi.
Well, you show me some pictures of Nazis dressed up like FDR and a dog, then we'll talk. But there wasn't no Nazis that did that, and Frequent Barker didn't dress up like no Nazis. Didn't have nothing to do with one another. Nothing to do.
Well,
Frequent Barker Memorial Memorabilia Museum. Go over there. If the garage door ain't open, just
go, Heil Hitler, and they'll come running.
Don't tell anybody to say Heil Hitler.
Oh, look,
watch your damn
that's
mouth.
why they want young people to join.
No.
Jackie, this is all making
It's
sense
got
now,
nothing
and it's
to
terrible.
do with Nazis.
So
or
that is
Hitler or any of
Frequent
that.
Barker Nazi Museum.
Yeah, no,
come
it's
on
not.
down.
Shut your damn mouth. You're going to
Talk
get
to
people
some
in trouble
old-
for no reason. You sit there and say stuff like that and put that in the world, and then people are going to hear that, and, they'll never get any members. And that's what we're trying to do, is get people to go in and enjoy old stories about the Frequent Barker, none of which I guarantee you is going to involve Hitler or the Nazis.
I think we just didn't dig deep enough. Jackie,
Whatever.
I got a sponsor this week that I think you, especially you, are going to really enjoy
I ain't
this.
going to enjoy any of it. I tell you right now, I don't even know what it is.
Do you remember? It's been a big week at Jackie's Market, folks. I don't know. Jackie's, you must be exhausted. You had so many customers coming in
I
there
had
to get that
customers every day.
delicious meat of yours, and to get that to buy all them delicious cold
I had
drinks.
2 rush hours every day, is one for breakfast and then one for lunch. We don't stay open for dinner. Everybody come again and get a barbecue biscuit or get,
But if you come by
egg
late, there's
biscuit
probably
sandwich.
some people sitting at the table drinking beer. Sometimes Jackie leaves them the keys to lock up.
Well, if I got to go with people I know and trust, people I know well, I ain't stole nothing yet outside. I make sure you ain't there. You go with me. Don't let Dunlap in. It's the first thing I tell him. I don't care what he says happened. If he said he's in a car wreck, if he said somebody after him, Don't let them in. They know all the tricks and schemes.
All
so
those things have happened, and they have not let me in.
Well, good. They follow the instructions. I trustworthy gentlemen, yeah. They can leave the keys. I'll leave with them anytime.
Do you remember this week? Here's a funny story. Remember when that FBI agent came by this week, Jackie? And he said, I fell outside and I hurt my knee. And you said, oh, lawsuit. You said it out loud. You said, well, you better not sue me, but come on in here. Let's take a look at you.
Well, I was trying to make a lighthearted joke. I know he can't sue me for falling down on his own accord. And I figured, if you FBI, whatever, Secret Service, whatever the man was, you sitting down all day anyway. You in the back of a van listening to something or whatever.
Right,
so he got out, But anyway, I was happy to give him some ointment, put a Neosporin and a bandage that would, when he was on his way.
Do you remember when, oh man, this was crazy too. Remember when that other FBI agent came by and he was on that horse? And he said, hey, watch this. And he'd get in the parking lot and he'd rear the horse up like hi-yo silver. Yeah. And he'd come out and she'd tried to get you up on there.
I ain't going to get on a damn horse. He's crazy. Those days long behind me.
That was cool, though. All the kids come outside and said, look at that, look at that.
Right, in these days right now, we need people in law enforcement trying to bond with, people and trying to show that they're, good and be on the good side of things. And I think I encourage that sort of behavior. If you work in law enforcement and you want to come entertain the children at Jackie's Market, you come do it any time. We need more like you.
And then this was really crazy. This was fun, though. You remember when that FBI agent drove up in the snow cone truck and said, free snow cones for everybody? And then he started playing all them Jimmy Buffett songs. I guess that's why that's been in my head.
I didn't know that fellow was in the FBI. I never.
Oh, he didn't tell you that?
He didn't tell me he's in it. Why the hell's the FBI doing?
Moonlighting. He said, under Obama, they don't pay him like they should.
I believe that.
So he was getting a little extra money.
I didn't know he's in the FBI, but I remember it was nice to give snow cones to
give them snow cones away.
I don't sell those here, so it wasn't hurting my business none. I'm happy.
He brought you one in there special.
Hell, I didn't mind it. I like, it's hot back there in the kitchen. It melted pretty much in my hand, but I'm still.
He said they had cherry, lime, and grape, but they all tasted the same to me.
Well,
guess what? All three of them was crud.
What?
All three of them was crud who owned Spiffy Uncle Marlin's haircuts and handshakes, and he was in here getting your DNA to make them special hipster beard oils that he sells in the hipster part of Murfreesboro, in northeast Murfreesboro. He got 4 new smells, new beard, Jackie Bowles.
He ain't got nothing out of my store. He better not come dressed up, act like an idiot in my damn store.
To look and smell like Jackie Bowles. Except it's not really authentic. I know hipsters love authenticness, but the actual smells of Jackie Bowles, unless you've got a nose that's built up tolerance like mine has, you wouldn't be able to weather that storm.
Hey.
So these are just kind of, he comes and gets your DNAs and he tries
I'm going to get a lawyer. I don't know if I believe you.
Well, he's a master of disguise. He was Don Podge's intern, and he decided he didn't want to go into taxes.
How do you get those FBI jackets like that? Don't everybody have those? You can't sell those. Where
Goodwill.
Did you get that? Goodwill, my butt. He didn't get no FBI jacket at the Goodwill.
Hell yeah,
he did. If that's him, I don't know if I believe you. I told you, if you are impersonating a person in law enforcement or any government official, that is a crime. That's a big crime, and I'm going to report it.
It's a tribute.
Tribute?
It's a tribute to you and your popularity in the hipster world.
I don't know anything about anybody doing anything with any beards, but they better not be coming to my store getting any kind of smell from there. You get your smell somewhere else.
Nope, they got your smell, Jackie.
No, sir, they better not have.
The actual Jackie smell, for the human nose, is too much for it.
All right.
Last week, if you remember, the Jackie Bowles beard scent one was just kind of the regular Jackie Bowles.
He got to take my name off of any kind of smell.
It's like cloves and to crush up some light bulbs, I think. And then beard scent 2 was clean bathroom. They went in there and they got the disinfectant and general bathroom musk and funk.
Better not get anything out of my bathroom. That's my bathroom.
You can
including the smell. Everything is mine in that store. That's illegal to come under false pretenses. First off,
It's a
false
tribute.
pretenses. If he'd have come up and acted like a human being and shook my hand, looked me in the eye, said, "Do you mind if I get some smell out of your bathroom?" I'd probably say, "Be my guest, crud," whatever the hell your name is. But this man is sneaky, low in the grass, snake.
It
Just
really
sneaking
bothers
around.
you when
Well,
people
it
dress
bother
up.
anybody. You got not be doing that, dressing up, impersonating a law official or anybody.
I don't know
in
why
government.
it's always an FBI agent.
Well,
That
I
doesn't
don't
make
know
any sense.
either. From here on out, anybody says they're going to say FBI, I'm going to think twice about it. I don't care whether you got the
Don't
jacket
give
or not.
away your position because Crud's listening. He's
Well,
always listening.
He can listen to whatever he wants. He better be listening. You'll be talking to a Nashville attorney. I may not be able to afford one right off the bat, but if he looks into this case and he'll ask, all a lawyer has to do is ask how many times he dressed up like an FBI agent. And it's going on 9-10 times now, something like that. And if I answer that, that's the end of it. He going to prison, so you stop right now. Ain't no smell in this store belong to you or anybody else but me. These are my smells. This is my stuff, my bathroom, my kitchen, all that stuff. You stay out of it. He best not ever show his face around here.
Another smell he got last week was hot truck cab.
Well, I'm going to say right now, if I see somebody from the FBI coming to this damn store, I'm going to do something first, ask questions after.
Well,
So-
you sound like Clive and Bundy, first of
Well,
all. And second
I don't,
of all,
if somebody was trying to get Clive Bundy's smell or his son's smell or something like that, it probably would have been the same way.
they spell your name differently. They spell it with 2 Ks.
What?
They started to spell it with 3 Ks. I said, come on, fellas.
What?
That ain't
3
fair.
Ks.
That ain't fair. Calling him a racist just because he looks and
trying to
sounds like
weasel.
one.
He trying to weasel out, trying to step around ways that I can't. That have him take my name. I know what the intent is, and also if I smell it and it smells like anything in this store, that's the end of it. That's
They
it.
got a little cartoon of you. You're like the new frequent barker
Better
for
not
hipsters,
have no cartoon of me. No, sir. I don't know hips, whatever it is. No.
where they make the benches and pickles.
I don't care what
Little
the-
benches.
I don't care anything about pickles or little
Too
benches.
small for a human to sit on.
That should be the only thing you does. If that's what you do for a living, just do that. Don't go dressing up like somebody that you ain't and go in the store and get smells.
Go
Don't do
spiffy
that.
Uncle Marlin's haircuts and handshakes. He has face tattoos and a hat. And when you come in, he'll give you a shot of whiskey and jitterbug over to you and shape and groom your beard into something beautiful, slippery, and sexual. Let me tell you some of these new smells he got. This week he got Band-Aids, ointment, and medicine breath.
What is it?
I think that's when you were helping him with his skin up knee.
Getting up now.
Band-Aids, ointment, and medicine breath. That's
What?
a new smell
Why
you can
would
put in your
anybody
beard.
want to put that smell in anybody's beard? He sounds crazy to me.
I don't understand this whole beard. You're ahead of the curve, Jackie.
I ain't ahead of
Fashion
nothing.
forward. You can also get old lunch pail. Smell like banana peels, stale bread, and wet bologna.
All right, just
Cheap aftershave and off-brand certs, like you'd get from a cheap store that sells certs.
why would anybody want?
An oily sock rag. Folks,
All
come
right,
get these
just-
new smells for your beards.
Don't put any smells from my store on your beard. I tell every hipster, whatever you are, if you go into this place and get no smells, I'll skip a middleman. I go straight to you. If you come,
How you
walking
gonna
around-
tell what their beard smells
It
like?
smell like everything you just said, and it come from my store. I'm in my store every day. I know what the hell it smells
How
like.
you gonna tell a hipster beard from a redneck good old boy working man beard?
What?
How you gonna tell somebody whose beard smells like an old lunch pail naturally from some hipster who works hard to get his beard to smell like an old lunch pail?
Probably the hat.
That's fair.
Yeah.
So that's Spiffy Uncle Marlin's
Don't-
haircuts and handshakes. Get on down there and make your beard smell like
Don't
something.
make your beer smell like anything from my damn store. No.
So, Jackie, we didn't play the theme song. We did our sponsors. We did some news. We didn't talk about Roger. We could do more news, or we just wrap
play
it
the
up.
song. I need a break from this anyway. Play the damn
we
song.
done?
I just play the song, and then I'll figure out whether
But
I
then
want
we
to
got
talk
to come
anymore.
back and do our
All
goodbye
right,
song.
Whatever.
All
fine.
right, okay,
Just
I'll
do
play
it.
it.
Just
Hold on
shut
1
it
second.
up.
Hey, look at there. You see him? Well, open your damn eyes in. It's the old-timey country down-home red state update podcast of them. Coming to you from a bunker underneath Jackie's Market in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. And here they are, both of them.
Hey, it's Jackie Bros.
We're back for more. You know, we're already at an hour. Do you really want to talk about Roger Ailes, Fox News?
Roger Ailes, Fox News.
Roger Ailes has been sexually harassed. Apparently, Roger Ailes has sexually harassed Megyn Kelly, Gretchen Carlson. Gretchen Carlson is the one who said it first, and some Fox people defended him, but then some Fox people have said that he wasn't. Apparently, Megyn Kelly told, I don't know, the lawyers or somebody that she was also sexually harassed by Roger Ailes.
A good week. It's supposed to be the best week of the year for Republicans, Conservative Party. This is supposed to be it. Right now, it's supposed to be happening. And it's the furthest thing from it. You got this going on in Cleveland, and now you got this on Fox News. I don't know what to say.
I think they're trying to force him out. The Murdoch sons apparently do not like Roger Ailes.
Well, they like your daddy and don't like him. What's the difference? Everybody, they all doing the same job, ain't they?
What job is that?
Just running a paper, TV, all that mess. I don't know. I don't know what to do.
Politics, man.
Politics, yeah, but
company politics.
Well, people don't like each other in politics, but they must like each other because everybody, if one side or the other, they're always on TV together arguing and stuff. These fellas are behind the scenes. Roger Ailes don't go in on camera.
No,
he don't do that. Nobody.
Can you imagine?
No.
Have one of them like monitors, like handheld things where you twist the knob if you like it and twist it the other way if you don't, and he comes on, everybody's just like twisting it
down. Yeah.
Can we go further? Let me tell you something also. I don't know if this is appropriate because it's really awful. And in the last few years, we've learned a lot about, we should have known all along about all the awful stuff that women go through. But you see some of this stuff online about like damn old Ghostbusters or whatever. It's just like you can be mad or you can do something like there's no, it's just really horrible. Just people really horrible to women. Just I didn't know. I should have known. I should have known how horrible things were. I didn't know.
I ain't trying to take nothing away from women on this, but people are horrible to everybody on a computer. There ain't nothing on a computer where somebody ain't being mean to somebody else.
No, but you should, I can show you some things, Jackie.
I don't want to see people be awful. I can show you something. I don't want to see anything
being
about it.
Sexist was a big part of my character. I like to think of it as maybe I was sex positive, I'd like to say. Maybe I hit on women inappropriately. I'm trying to be a lot more woke lately, folks, and I'm trying to make up for it in other ways, trying to find other things I can glom onto. Like, well, maybe Dunlap has always got a lollipop, like Kojak. I'm trying to figure my way out in this new world. I'm trying to stay aware of things. I say all that to lead up to this. I don't know if this is appropriate or not, and I don't want to get in trouble. All I'm saying is that several times over the years, and without any of this new context, I have played Roger Ailes and Megyn Kelly.
What?
If you're trying to spice things up, and let me just say that it's more of a power thing.
What are you
I don't mean
about?
to say, but several times. But the twist on it is, I was always Megyn Kelly.
All right, I don't want to hand him all this.
So I hope does that work? I hope that works. I don't know. Y'all let us know. I'm sorry. I'm trying.
Shut your
we're
mouth.
trying to inch our way up, and I don't know what's inappropriate. I'm glad Gretchen Carlson's speaking up. Folks, we need to be more like Fox newscastresses. I guess that's sexist too. I don't know why. Maybe we should just go. Should we go? Let's play the goodbye song. You got anything else you want to say about Roger Ailes?
Yeah, if he's
Can you imagine? Listen, I'd like to say a few things.
All right. I don't want to hear any more about playing anything.
Roger Ailes has been around forever. He's the one that worked. Didn't he work for like Laugh-In? Wasn't he around back then? Wasn't he trying to stick? Isn't that how Nixon got on Laugh-In?
It had something to do with it. He'd been around since Nixon.
Yeah, he was like a Nixon guy, right? He's been around forever. All I'm going to say is, it's horrifying. It's all horrible. But I just want to put this picture in your mind of him doing whatever horrible stuff he said or did to those women. And just imagine somewhere tucked back in those rolls of fat.
All right.
His little, greasy, stiffening penis.
Hey,
just imagine,
shut your mouth. I don't
just
want to
imagine that.
It's terrible.
I just want to
people,
put that in everybody. Like
no,
as he's doing some
no.
evil thing, just like somewhere buried deep within.
Just
it's like in a movie where somebody's buried alive and they're pounding on that coffin. It's like goddamn.
Enough.
Quentin Tarantino. What is it with the Uma Thurman and
I don't know.
It's like that Kill Bill, buried alive. That's what his little.
Just shut your mouth. I don't want to hear anything about his little anything. No.
Little Roger Ailes is in there pounding on that flesh. Like, listen to all this sexual harassment going on. Listen to how evil he. I'm trying to claw my way through.
Oh,
I just
God.
want everybody to see it. Just slicking.
Just shut your mouth.
Greasy little.
If this
just
is true,
sweat slicked, greasy
Shut
Roger Ailes
up.
penis.
If this is true, I'm so sorry for all those women. I'm glad you're standing up for yourself. We don't know all the facts yet. That's going to play out, but
Are they saying? Nobody's saying he actually had. He was just doing I don't know. I don't want to make a
I
light of
don't
it.
want them. I know it. I don't know what that man's doing. I mean, we don't make
I'm
Mel
sorry,
Cosby jokes. We don't make Roger Ailes jokes. We don't want to make
you're
jokes about
absolutely
any of that
right.
stuff. I don't know the first thing about it. Don't want to know. If they did something illegal, they deserve to be locked up or fined or whatever the hell it is. Other than that, I ain't got nothing to do with it.
He's miserable, horrible little.
I don't want to ever hear. Let's not
squished
talk about
slug of
I don't
a
want to talk
penis.
about Roger Ailes anymore. Just enough.
Just it probably a slug is probably a good way. Just mushy and slimy and like
Just shut
leaving a
your
trail
mouth.
wherever
I
it goes, and you don't really want to touch it.
Just shut your
Just
mouth.
awful. And I'm not trying. Like even here, we're talking about sexual harassment, and our focus is still on a man's dick. Sorry, everybody.
Not by my choice. I didn't choose to talk about anybody's thing. I don't want to talk about anybody's thing. Especially not his. Anybody's.
Yeah, I don't think I did this right. I'm sorry, everybody. Well,
But
thanks for listening.
better apologize, yeah.
I guess if we make it through this week. Next week, Jackie, we get to talk about the Democrats.
Good Lord, give me something, because I don't know if I'm going to get through this week. I got to have something to laugh at. Give me something, please. God, help me.
Well, Hillary's got to make her VP pick. That's coming soon.
Yeah, that'll be fun enough.
Should we play the goodbye song?
Yeah, we'll play it.
All right, play it.
Now's the time that we both have to go. Our podcast come out really great, we know. Our time is at an end, so until we meet again, we'll just have to say goodbye, friend. Saying bye-bye always brings us down. But our bags are packed and we have to leave town. A postcard to you we will send. If a stamp to us you'll lend, so we can write and say goodbye, 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 goodbye.
You know, we also didn't talk about Newt Gingrich. He's been kind of crazy since he didn't get picked as vice president.
Now, Chris Christie looked pitiful, too, with his head
Head
hung
bowed,
low.
hung
You
low.
know, he should be embarrassed.
For other reasons.
for other reasons, so this on top of it can't be in
You'd
it.
think he'd at some point wise up and be like, I dodged a bullet, which is hard for him to do. But that sounded bad. I didn't mean it like that. I mean, because he's fat.
He's a big man, yeah.
Newt Gingrich. Newt Gingrich is weird because sometimes he goes crazy and he says just crazy, outlandish, like fight picking things, like attack dog things, like you're crazy, you're just trying to pick a fight or get on like blog posts. And then sometimes he's just boring as hell. Like sometimes he wants to be like he sits in his chair and smokes a pipe and reads a damn history book all the time. The other times he's saying like, let's give Muslims tests.
He wouldn't look right sitting just in a chair smoking a pipe or something. I don't think he needs to be standing up yelling at people.
Well, he needs a standing desk, definitely. He needs to be on his feet more, getting some exercise.
Yeah, I just can't see him just sitting there.
But you're saying he would be up yelling at people.
Well,
probably.
that's what it does.
But he sits, I think he sits a lot more than you're giving him credit for. He looks like a sitter, if you ask me.
I don't say he doesn't sit. I'm just saying when I see him when he's on TV or something, I don't necessarily want to see him sitting there smoking a pipe, relaxing. That don't seem like the type of person he is to me.
He's doing that sitting there lecturing you thing where he's like, well, if you read your history books, I can tell blah, blah, blah. And just like, I'm going to sit here and eat slaw and tell you what about history. Yeah. Or like, but then sometimes he's like, he's crazy and he can't tell me that, and that person needs to be drummed out of this country. And I'll tell you another thing, I'll give them all a test. Yeah. And then later it'll be like, well, and then he has to walk it back and he does smart. And like, well, if you look back through the Constitution and different books of the different historians, people gave Muslims tests like all the time, and I can't. That's a part of American history. You give a Muslim a test, is apple pie and baseball. If you ask Dr. Newt Gingrich,
they invented algebra and things like that, right?
That's what Obama said.
Yeah.
No wonder I hate algebra.
Yeah. But
I'm patriotic.
Because they'd pass that. They'd probably pass tests depending on what kind of test.
I see. You're saying they invented algebra so they'd be good at tests.
Well, I'm just saying I don't understand algebra. So whoever invented that, I think that's what Obama said when he went over there to tell everybody how sorry we are.
Thanks for algebra.
Yeah.
Thanks for algebra.
Thank y'all kindly for watching. And don't forget to subscribe. Hell.